Hey Pisces, welcome to the Path Illuminated. My name is Kimberly. Thank you for being here. These messages will find you when they are meant to. If the messages resonate, don't forget to like and subscribe. One more shuffle and we will get going. Thank you, angels, spirits, and guides. What are the messages for the Pisces collective at this time? So we have the Seven of Pentacles. It did come out reversed, but I always like to show y'all up front or upright just so you can see it. So it seems to me, Pisces, at this time, there's some contemplation about the work that you've been doing, the investments you've been making. This can be in work. This can be in a business, a creative project. It could even be in relationships. It really depends on your specific situation. But it feels to me as if you're coming to this place where you're starting to see and understand that a lot of the work you've been doing, the investments you've been making, it doesn't really feel like they're bearing fruit or like you're getting a return on your investment. And I feel like you are questioning the way in which you work and trying to better understand how you can show up in a way, I'm hearing, where you're not burning yourself out or doing the most for everyone, when it's like clear to me that you're not seeing the results that you're wanting to see at this time. Let's go a little bit deeper here. Thank you, angel, spirits, and guides. What else do you have? Pisces at this time. And thank y'all for being here. Oh, almost flipped, but not quite. Okay, so we have the Two of Swords, but it's also reversed. I'll show it to you upright. So it feels to me like you are trying to better understand the decisions that you need to make right now. And, you know, reverse cards are not necessarily negative. It's more of an internal energy. So I feel like there are some decisions that you're needing to make. Again, the way that you're working, how you're investing your time, energy, and resources. I don't necessarily feel like you're going to be making a decision right at this time, but you're trying to go within to gain clarity about which way is up and which way is down, and why you've perhaps been feeling stuck, stalled, stagnant. So maybe you're journaling a lot. Maybe you are trying to get like a better handle on what is fact versus feeling. And as I'm recording this, it is Aquarius season, and this is definitely an air energy with the swords. So you may be aware that maybe you've been in a place of like overthinking, and maybe your energy has been overly mental, and that's been challenging for you. I'm also a Pisces, so I know how easy it can be at times, especially there's a lot of Aquarius energy right now to like go down the rabbit hole and to overthink, to question yourself, to wonder if you're seeing things correctly. And I do think that journaling can be really, really beneficial for you at this time. Also, speaking to somebody that is a trusted friend or advisor could be helpful. I know for me, you know, I don't have very many people that I trust to share what's going on in my life, but I'm super grateful for those that I do have, that like I don't have to translate my soul for them. They're not dismissive, they're respectful, they love me, they support me, and oftentimes they really help me see things from a clearer perspective, especially when I'm overthinking and clouded in my thinking. And something I try to remind myself of all the time, maybe this is useful for you. If you're not sure what decision you need to make at this time, trust it. Don't force things right now. Don't force yourself to make a decision unless you actually need to. Trust that when it's time to make whatever decision it is that you need to make about this situation, that you'll have clarity at that time. But I do feel like now is a time to go within and to be contemplative, to be writing things down, maybe making a pros and cons list, and talking to people who can help you find some clarity when you are in the rabbit hole and overthinking. Okay, we just got Justice flipped out. Card of Libra, again, a lot of air energy. This is a time for you to find balance within. And this is a time for you to trust that even if you have felt stuck and stalled in your thinking and how to move forward, in the way you're seeing things, trust that behind the scenes, even if you don't know all of the things that are happening, right, energetically or otherwise in the world around us, that justice is at play. Perhaps this energy, this Libra energy, is assisting you in seeing things from a more pulled back, bird's eye view perspective. You know, we Pisces are extremely sensitive and empathetic, and sometimes we can get ourselves into situations where we're overgiving, overworking, and we start to feel that nudge within that, like, we're doing the most and we shouldn't be for people or situations. And then we get sort of trapped in our mind because we are caring, empathetic people. And I think sometimes we struggle with people pleasing, not because we're necessarily toxic, but because we actually care. And I don't know about y'all, but like something I do attempt and do my best to live by is the golden rule of treating others the way I want to be treated. But sometimes we have to remember that people or situations don't really deserve us to go that extra mile, right? And if there is a situation that is showing you that it's out of balance, you need to trust that. And if you are feeling the call to pull back your energy, you need to trust that. And maybe there's very little happening sort of in the 3D, but the going within to really see things, right? When we detach ourselves from the situation, right? If we decide, right, this group of people, this friendship, this connection, this project, this job, whatever it is, I'm going to pull my energy back, right? I'm going to have some more boundaries. I'm going to stop doing the most. And when you pull back your energy, oftentimes people and situations will actually reveal themselves to you. I don't know about y'all, but as a Pisces, I have definitely found that when I pull my energy back, there is some extremely informative, important data that comes my way, because people will react. Sometimes people will react and it's very obvious that for some reason they've become entitled to my energy. They've become entitled to my overgiving. They just expect me to keep giving without giving anything in return. And this goes for jobs too, right? Like people, places, situations. So, and it definitely has to do with relationships, because that's what Libra is about, bringing balance into all of your connections, no matter what they are. And I am feeling like taking a step back is going to help you gain that clarity, right? And also, again, I'm feeling the talking to trusted friends and advisors, because I know that, you know, the good friends that I do have, sometimes I explain a situation to them and they're able to see from an outside perspective how unjust the situation is, how someone or a job is treating me unfairly, and it helps me, like, oh wow, like, okay, because sometimes, you know, we do need to get better at, I try to do this, like when I'm going through something, like if my good friend came to me and what they were going through the same situation, what advice would I give them? But sometimes we're so entrenched in the situation or the connection or the relationship that can be difficult. So having even one trusted person that can reflect back to you, like, you know what, you're actually seeing things really clearly, Pisces. You're being taken advantage of. This person is like expecting more of you than they're willing to give. They're not paying you enough. They're not, whatever it is, right? And you're going to find that balance and equilibrium in your mind with regard on how to move forward with this particular situation, Pisces. All right, let's get a few more cards here for my Pisces. Thank you for being here. Woo. Those cards just flew out. One moment. Okay. So we have the Seven of Cups and then the King of Swords. So definitely emotions are running high. And, you know, as an empathetic soul, there's a lot to juggle, right? Like with this situation, I think that there are, you know, as I'm looking at these cups that this being has in the air, I really love this deck. There's a lot of ways that you can see things, right? There's a lot of different perspectives that you can come from. And again, because of your caring, empathetic, sensitive nature, it can be a lot easier sometimes to put yourself in someone else's shoes. But I'm hearing, but how do you feel? And you see this person is holding on to that, this being is holding on to that one cup, and that one cup has like some, you can't really see it because of how small it is, but there's like some ornamental things on that particular goblet as compared to the others. How you are impacted by a job, by a relationship, by a project, that's really important. Other people are important, Pisces, but who are you going to be with for the rest of your life? Yourself. So how does it make you feel? As Pisces, we can spend a lot of time picking up on other people's feelings and emotions and all of that kind of stuff. And that's why, right, the first two cards were reversed, because you need to pull back. You need to distance yourself from the situation, from the person, from the group, so that you can get clear on how is this making me feel? Because your feelings, how it impacts you, Pisces, is of the utmost importance. And that's where you're going to find your clarity. King of Swords is asking yourself, right? Like it's very easy to be like, oh, well, they feel this way and they expect me to do this, and this is how they've been. But once you get clarity on the fact that like it's making you feel some type of way, it's making you feel drained. I'm feeling like a definite, like, you've been gaslit to dismiss your own feelings, and taking this step back, taking time away from this situation, this job, this project, this group of people, this person, is going to help you to reconnect with, but how do I feel? Because that's important. I need to get clear on how this is making me feel so that I can get clear on the action that I'm going to take. And yes, will you be judged for choosing yourself? You see this sword through the King of Swords heart. It's like, yeah, people are going to talk no matter what you do, though, right? People are going to judge you. But as long as you're clear, Pisces, about what is right for you, right? As long as you have clarity and you are the most committed to your path, your alignment, your authenticity, you will be able to stand against any type of judgment or criticism, because you know who you are. So they can try to defame you, they can gossip about you, they can talk about you for choosing yourself, for removing yourself, for making the decision that is the best for you. But as long as you know what's best for you and you make that aligned decision, that aligned choice, that's all that matters, Pisces. This is about you getting back to yourself and realizing that, like, you got to choose yourself, right? Because other people are going to let you keep pouring and giving and contributing, and they start to expect that. And then, where's Pisces? Oh, so you do know how much I'm giving to this situation, this project, this company. Because when I'm not as available, you seem to be impacted. But when I'm showing up, you act like it's no big deal that I'm doing the most, right? So this is all about coming into balance with yourself and seeing things for the way that they really are, and realizing that, you know what, Pisces, the way that you feel, the way that this situation affects you is actually the most important part. All right, let's go a little bit deeper here for my Pisces. All right, so over the Seven of Pentacles reversed, we have the Moon reversed. You're going to start to gain a lot of clarity about things that have been murky. Again, I do think emotions are heavily involved here. Maybe it's a company that you've been working at for a long time. You've invested a lot of time, energy, resources, or it's a relationship, same, right? And so your emotions have been clouding your better judgment because you want to be a good person, but you are a good person even if you choose yourself, Pisces. Just remember that. But things are going to start to clear up as soon as you decide to take a step back and to go within and to keep it real with yourself. It's going to get really, really clear. Things, truths that maybe you've been avoiding, red flags that you may have been ignoring, are going to start to be very, very clear to you. I don't know about you, but sometimes I've had this experience lately. Like, let's just say, as an example, you're having a conversation with this person, coworker, boss, business partner, friend, someone you're dating, whatever it is, right? And in the moment, the conversation is flowing and like you're not really hyper vigilant about what's going on. But then like maybe 24 hours later, you're kind of sitting there and you're thinking and you're like, huh, think about a specific comment or a few different comments, things that were said or done in that particular situation or conversation you were having. You're like, that was kind of a weird comment. Maybe it was passive aggressive, right? Maybe it was a backhanded compliment. And you start to pick up on these things that in the moment you weren't, you were just kind of flowing with it. You had good intentions, you were open-minded, open-hearted. But again, when you take that step back and you allow yourself to process what has happened and the information that was there, something else is revealed to you to start to give you more clarity. Like, I am not crazy. There are some red flags here that I'm seeing right now that I need to be paying attention to. Right, Pisces? All right. Get a few more cards here. Again, thank you for being here. If the messages are resonating, don't forget to like and subscribe. Seven of Swords. You need to be strategic in whatever decision you make, which means don't force. Again, like I was saying, if you're not sure what decision to make right now, trust that. Take as much information and data in as you can, right? Journal. Again, talk to a trusted friend or advisor, coach, therapist, right? So that you can get an outside perspective. Be strategic. Be clear. Ask the universe, ask your angels, ask God, ask your guides for clarity. What am I not seeing? What do I need to be aware of in this situation? When it is time for me to make a decision, what is the most beneficial strategic decision that I can make in this particular situation, right? Don't force yourself, because when we feel like triggered to make a decision and we're acting from a place of anxiety, worry, and fear, we're not really making calm, grounded decisions, right? So don't make a decision from a place of anxiety and being triggered and being reactive. Be responsive. Being responsive, taking in the data, asking for clarity, getting an outside perspective, and taking your time is the most strategic thing you can do, Pisces. Woo. Okay, we've got a couple cards here. Let me just pull one more. All right. So over justice, we have the Queen of Coins. So you are a leader, Pisces. You are abundant. And kind of like I was saying before, you're going to be making a decision from a grounded, clear space. And also know, right, like maybe this is, again, it could, if it's job related or business related, there could be some triggers about like, is this going to impact my finances, my stability? And what the Queen of Coins is telling me is you're stable, right? Remind yourself of that. You have everything you need to bring this situation into balance. And if this situation requires you to walk away or to cut your hours, whatever it is, right? Like, remind yourself that you have everything that you need and the universe is going to provide. So if you need to pull back from a project, take a different job, pivot in your business for whatever reason, because you're looking for balance, the universe is going to provide, and you already have everything that you need, right? You're already in a place of abundance. Sometimes it's just a matter of reminding ourselves, because when change happens, it can be very triggering for our ego, and we start to worry about all of the unknowns. How am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? How is this going to impact me, right? But that's from a place of fear and worry. And the universe is here to remind you that you have everything that you need to make whatever decision needs to be made, and the universe is going to provide for you. So over the Seven of Cups, we have the Six of Swords, but it's reversed. So I do think, yes, you're going to struggle with your emotions. You're going to struggle probably with some self-doubt and self-criticism. Again, like I was saying, because we are so sensitive, Pisces, it can be difficult because we don't want to hurt other people. We don't want to harm other people. We don't want to impact them negatively. So you have to hold space for those emotions and those triggers, and maybe that will slow down your decision-making process, but that's fine, right? Just because you take the time to be with, I think it's good to be honest with yourself about how it's making you feel, how it's triggering you, what you're worried about, what you're concerned about. But again, remind yourself that your feelings are just as important as anyone else's, and this is your life, which makes them the most important. It doesn't necessarily mean that moving away from someone, moving out of a job or a business connection or contract is going to be easy. You very well may struggle with that. But you have to remind yourself, this is an exercise in you reminding yourself that how you feel is actually your number one priority, right? Like, this is your life and you're the one that has to live with the decisions that you make. So I understand that it may be challenging, and that's going to be an exercise that you can do. Like, okay, why am I feeling this way? Why would I prioritize a company's feelings over staying in a toxic workplace, right? Why would I prioritize how this person's going to feel when they've actually not been a good friend, right? It could be conditioning and programming that's keeping you stuck. Then the last card over the King of Swords is the Four of Coins, which I love, and I love this iteration of this Four of Coins because you're going to gain that confidence about how to move forward, and then the universe is going to provide you with creative ideas on how to increase your return on investment, new business ideas, new creative ideas, new business opportunities, new opportunities for increase. I love that it's in this beaker because it's like, you, right, when I was talking about the Queen of Coins, you already have what you need and the universe is going to provide you more. But this is like, this clarity that you're going to gain in yourself and you choosing yourself despite what other people may say is going to start to bring in new, fresh, creative ideas for how you can build upon what you already have, Pisces. So I know sometimes it's not the easiest to choose yourself. Again, as a Pisces, we're very sensitive to how other people feel, but it is your job to choose you. And by choosing you, by making decisions that are aligned with what you want in your life, what you want to manifest, the universe is going to bring in more ideas for creating more abundance and stability in your life, Pisces. So if you're ready for that abundance, let me know in the comments. I'm ready to choose myself, and I'm ready to call in more abundance into my life. I'm going to close this out with a card from the Animal Spirit deck. Thanks for being here, Pisces. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Final message for my Pisces. Okay. We have the bat. So I'm just going to pull this up in the book really quickly. Thanks again for being here. Hope the messages are supportive for you, Pisces, and I hope you keep choosing yourself. Okay. Darkness, letting go, death, leading to rebirth. Before emerging, the bat waits for the sun to set and the moon to rise. In the darkness, it can see all that was invisible in the daylight hours. The bat is a master of the subtle senses, of the underlying forces that cause some things to prosper and others to fade. The bat card shows up to signify the ending of a chapter, the closing of a door. The bat comes swiftly, encouraging us to move on. In just a few hours, a new day dawns. No more lingering in the past. Sorry for the background noise. When in balance, accepts, adapts, and adjusts. When out of balance, refuses to let go, reminisces. To bring into balance, watch the sunrise. Okay, yeah, I think like this talks about how intuitive we are, Pisces, right? It's giving me that moon reverse energy that like things that have not been clear are going to start to come to light for you as you're open to seeing things for the way they truly are versus trying to talk yourself out of the inner knowing that whatever this is not working and you need to choose differently and move in a different way. Like the universe is going to start bringing you those insights and those downloads so that you know how to move forward as you're calling in, bringing in and manifesting this new project, this new manifestation, this new abundance, right, that the universe wants to provide to you. So hope the messages resonated, and I will see you next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.